Okay, what I can share with you, he is a very caring and compassionate person. He would take the shirt off his back and give it to someone else. He told me like he grew up with very little support from his family, but the people that supported him the most were strangers. And as a result of that, he thinks it's only fair for him to pay it forward by helping others. In an attempt to do that, he has helped many people, kids as well as adults, in preparing and playing cricket. And he helped in many ways, such as buying them stuff for the game, clothing, cricket gears, bat, ball, gloves, whatever is needed. He has no hesitation in spending his own money quietly and behind the scene and without any recognition to help someone else to promote the game and to play the game. His best moment is seeing kids perform at their best.
As a cricket player, he was very simple and straightforward, I would say. He didn't seem to ever be stressed when he was playing the game. He's always focused, whether it was chasing a big score or trying to set a big score for the opponents. He always had a clear idea in his head what he wanted to do and how he wanted to go about achieving it. And he was never hard on his players either. He, somebody had a bad day, he'd go up to them, he'd talk to them, encourage them that, there's better days ahead. This is just, another bump in the road.
Yeah, when we started CDCA, he was the first man who just came and helped us. When we were doing the pitch, I remember this one, when we were working on the pitch for Lincoln Park, he came with a machete, and he said, this is not the way to cut the grass, let me show you guys. And he stooped down with the machete and started, showing how the actual pitch grass is shaped from the actual pitch.
Yeah, Maurice is one of those gentlemen who's basically, to put it in the right way, he's larger than life. He might have left us, but the work he did to help the CDCA and to help all of us involved, that will live forever. And the contributions he did, it always stayed behind the scenes, never wanted to take the front seat, but he did everything that one could do to help the organization build.
So Uncle Maurice made a lot of changes, and he had a lot of dreams when it came to cricket. And just one of the many things he did was we built our pitch from the ground up with our bare hands, and he was the one that really gave us a recipe regarding how to make the wicket. And he also provided all the youths with equipment. Like up to now, right now, my bag is from him. My gears are all from him. And he did that for just not me, but for everyone else that was around my age.
Oh man, the amount of knowledge this guy has, man, he does a lot for cricket. I mean, apart from cricket too, he's a good family man. Matthew and I grew up the next couple of days I came over to this country, Matthew and I just became real good friends. And then Uncle Maurice started taking us to practice every day, every Thursday at the high school. And then, outside of cricket too, he's got a great sense of humor. He always pull me to the side, hey, sorry, come listen to this. And then he'll tell me a joke, and then he'll crack a joke. And then, one thing that he for some reason he just knows what's gonna happen next. Like he'll say, oh, watch him like poke this one to the cover, and he'll get caught, or he'll nick one off the slip. And most of the time he was right. I just don't know how. He just knows what's gonna happen.
Every cricketer, you go through some hardships, and two that I remember. One, I don't think I was born yet, but he always talks about this. He got hit in his nose from an inside edge that went off the bat and into his face. Continued batting in that game and ended up making a decent score. Another one that he got was when he went to pull or hook a ball and came off the edge and hit him straight into his eye, and he ended up in the long run losing sight in the eye. And that was I think 2008. And he was already up there in age. I had thought that, like I said, he's never going to play cricket again. He'll just come out to the games and watch. But You know, once he made a reasonable recovery, he was out there at every practice session and every game that he could play if they needed him. He went out there, no questions asked. And even a couple of games he tried to bat without a helmet, I had to tell him put one on. But that was just how he was.
He taught me a lot of things about the game of cricket and also life. He taught me the value of always holding on, always starting something and finishing it. For example, in cricket, he would always tell me, place a price on your wicket, and no matter what, don't give it away. And you always put the team first. He also taught me how to mentally picture the entire field and place it inside of your brain and basically manipulate it. He told me to use my fingers to count out how many fielders were on each side and basically paint that picture inside your head and just keep it there.
The one thing which I remember Maurice for most is the way he used to help me out. After every match we played, he used to come to me and said, you know what, if I did anything wrong, he used to analyze my game. We always used to talk after the game. That's one of the most, that's the thing which I remember the most. The other thing I remember is, he's always was after my fitness. I said, you always used to say, come to Grout Park, we'll run I'll come whenever you want. He used to say, you pick the time, I will come. So those are the two things, which come straight to my mind. He was always after my fitness, which I wish I'd followed, and I would have been much fitter if I had followed, For a man of his age, he was very fit. Those are the two things, which comes to my mind.
The things that I miss about my dad as a cricketer, I would say, is him telling me all the time, play straight, play in the V. That was his big thing. The more bat you get on the ball, the better chances are that you're going to hit it somewhere and hit it somewhere far. And as a father, he's irreplaceable. Maybe at the time I didn't value how good he was, and it wasn't until he was gone that I really, started to see more of what I miss now. And he did everything, man. You could give him this house, it could have been in a pile of rubble. He would put it together by himself, wouldn't ask anybody. He was just overall good at everything that he did. And, wish we had that today here.
It is very hard to replace someone that was always there by your side. Every game, whether you did great, whether you did bad, you always had advice to give. In terms of how much we miss him, it's hard to explain, because he was always there from day one, giving advice, and then to just take that person out the picture, it's hard to deal with.
He's not here with us to coach us anymore, but knowing him, he's definitely coaching us up above. I just want to give a lot of thanks to him. Uncle Maurice, I really miss you.
We miss Maurice, definitely, we definitely miss Maurice.
So big thanks to Maurice, and we miss the great man.
And we miss him.
Miss your dad. Wish you were here.